Hello, UCP students. Today we're doing some history around the Tower District, which is a very historical spot, marked by the Tower Theater, which we were just looking at. But first, we're going to talk about Roger Roccos Dinner Theater, which actually opened its doors in 1978. This building used to be a Sprouse Ritz, for those of you that are old and remember what the Sprouse Ritz drugstores were like back then, where you'd walk in and you could smell the popcorn. Yep, that's what this was. But then Good Company Players, which started in 1973, used to do their plays out of the Hilton downtown. Then they bought this building in 1978 and opened with their first show, which was Gypsy. Now, sorry about the motorcycle. I have been here at the theater since 1995. And now we're going to go on to the Tower Theater. Welcome to the Tower Theater, which opened in 1939. In 1939, it was a Fox West Coast movie theater. And it ended up closing its doors in 1989 because of the lack of popularity of coming to movies here. And then, plus they did a whole bunch of Rocky Horror Picture shows and kind of thrashed the theater. Then someone bought it and they remodeled it back to its old look of Art Deco, which is beautiful inside. We just can't get inside today. But maybe we'll add some pictures to this from the internet. And now it's a performing arts center. It is the center of the Tower District. Now we're gonna go to one of our favorite places to eat that's been here just almost as long as the Tower Theater, called Piemonte's. Okay, this is the Tower Theater Lounge. Now, way back when the Tower Theater first opened, this was their lounge, and then it became many things. When I moved here at the beginning of the 90s, this was a place called Java Cafe, where they roasted their own coffee beans. And then it's been a wine bar, it's been multiple different restaurants, but they just brought it back to being the Tower Theater Lounge. It's actually historic. Now this is the back patio of the Tower Theater Lounge. And when it was Java Cafe, this was the place to hang out. These have a bunch of seats, but they have these really cool Art Deco walls. And they have a gazebo back through here. And on cool nights, even when this was a wine bar called Pinot, it was a really nice place to sit on warm summer nights with the breeze back here. This is the Collier Brewing Company. Now, when I first moved here, this used to be a Carnation ice cream place. It was closed for quite a few years, and then somebody bought it and turned it into Butterfield's Brewing Company. So they brewed their own beer here, and it was a restaurant. It was that for quite a few years. Then that went out, and they closed down for a while, and then it became Sequoia's Brewing Company. They actually brew beer here. Now here's the original Carnation, what is it called? The Carnation Milk Company. And then over there was Carnation, and that's where they had their ice cream shop. Then this building became the landmark and various other things. Now it's going to be apparently opening up a Splash. The 7-Up sign was one of 5 7-Up signs in the valley. It's been refurbished a couple of times since the 1940s. The last time they refurbished it, they replaced the neon and painted it, and then in 2008, they had to take the neon off and repaint it again, and it's one of 2 left. The other one is in Merced. Tomates has been here for over 80 years. Upstairs, if you're invited, called the Speakeasy. It's a bar upstairs. But what this used to be was a bank, Security Pacific Bank, if you remember that way back in the day. And then after it was a Security Pacific, it became it was Crocker before Security Pacific, then Security Pacific, then it became a Blockbuster, and then it was closed for years and years and years and years and years, and now it is Detention. Detention Pool Hall used to be over here around the corner and down the street at a place called it was called the Avalon, and then it became the Babylon. And it was downstairs, but they had bad pipes and it flooded, so then they reopened as Detention here. It's pretty popular back before COVID. Anyway, this used to be a flower shop. And way over there where we were earlier was a place called Karen's Keepsakes. Then Karen's Keepsakes moved into this building, and she had these beautiful murals painted. Then it became a yogurt shop called Cindy's, and now it is Tower Blend, which they make healthy drinks and healthy sandwiches, salads and stuff. So here we have Katharine Hepburn. And this is Michael Jackson. Kind of looks like Freddy Krueger though.
And John Lennon.
We have John Lennon down here. There's another Katharine Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's. Then this is Johnny Depp, Gene Kelly, The Wizard of Oz, Jimi Hendrix, Marilyn Monroe, and Elvis Presley and Superman.
Now we're at Richie's Pizzeria, which is one of the last places our students actually came to before COVID. They gave our students free pizza and soda. It's pretty awesome that day. The students were happy.
But we love them. They're always really good to the junior company too. They gave them little lanyards, so when they came here, they can get free pizza. See this building behind me where the Deli Delicious is? For years and years and years and years, it was a place called Fulton Follies, because this actually is part of Fulton Street right here. It's this little alleyway. It was an indoor antique mall. And where you see the India's Oven, that used to be one of the original Castillo's Mexican restaurant. And then the Golden Restaurant has been here. I remember coming to the Golden Restaurant in the 80s when I was in high school. It's been here actually since the 60s. Also, in this building, follow me. Also connected to this building is Roger Roccos' Second Space. It's called Second Space. And it's where they do their music, or where they do their plays that are not musicals. And it's right down here. So you had, this is all Fulton Follies before. And right here, Second Space. And what I like about it is, I live way down that, I can sometimes walk to the alley to the theater because I live down there, and at night this glows red and it's like my beacon. I can see it as I'm coming. This neon works, it's just not on right now. Also, across the street, that was a bakery called Locke's Bakery, and it was here in the 40s to it went out of business, I would say about 10 years ago. And now it's another bakery, which also is very good.
Panaderia Natalie.
Yeah. They also still make Murals like Locks used to. And this is the famous chicken pie shop. It went out of business a year and a half ago due to lack of business, but I don't understand why, because it was very delicious. They made their own chicken pies, and a lot of us that live around here used to go to it a lot.
The Tower District also is known for many murals. This one is right by Steve's house, and it depicts a lot of musical artists like Louis Armstrong, Bob Dylan, Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, and of course Elton John.
Now we're at Fresno City College, and this is the old administration building. Way back, before 1946, this was Fresno State. And then in 1946, Fresno State acquired land over in Cedar and Shaw area and built the campus there. But this used to be Fresno State's administration building, because this was Fresno State, here in the Tower District at Fresno City College. Beautiful architecture.
This is the shrine of St. Therese Church here in the Tower District. It's a Catholic church. St. Therese Parish was established in Fresno in 1919 as Our Lady of Victory Parish. The first pastor, Father Martin Cody Keating, took over in June of 1919, shortly after the completion of his first duties as chaplain in World War I. It is said that Father Keating chose the name Our Lady of Victory in thanksgiving for our victory in that war. I live near it, and it's a beautiful church.